Hello, I am Ali Harfar. This episode is recorded for assessment 1 of Unit CCN203. This video will examine the probable impacts and challenges of establishing and accepting innovations and digital technologies in the agriculture sector and provide a long-term solution to the identified issues during this research. Currently, the agriculture sector is facing many challenges in fulfilling its mission, such as rapid increase in the rate of urbanization and the reduction of agricultural land, while facing the excessive reduction of essential agricultural resources, such as water, soil, and biodiversity. Those are only part of the critical issues that in the short term it has led to a reduction in production capacity in rural areas. Climatic change and global warming have changed all the equations of local life and have made access to sufficient and healthy food more complex than ever. The emergence of global disease such as COVID-19 and international conflicts have made added to its complexities. The war in Ukraine perhaps is the last event that showed the depths of this problem more than ever. It can be claimed that since World War II, there has been no food crisis as big as the one we are currently in due to the role of two countries involved in the war in producing food and grains. Today's society is facing a crisis that has entered a new phase of global food crisis. Currently, food insecurity pushes the agriculture sector to operate with digital technology. However, if the weaknesses of the system remain hidden, the result would be a massive impact on all angles of the creature's life and even lead to a weapon that can be used against the country's resources and security. This research will investigate the weaknesses of Agtech by researching other automation systems which are using the same technology and then suggest possible limitations and guards to create a comprehensive and secure digital technology to use in the agriculture sector. Mostly research has been done about Agtech adoption and the difficulty of investment in this sector, and impacts remain inattentive. By a simple research on Google Scholar or any other Scholar search engine for term of Agtech Australia impact, it can be seen that research has mainly been done about Agtech's impact on the current agriculture cycle and its other aspects, and there is no precise attention to the probable future effects of using Agtech. For a start, it can be seen from the hierarchy chart. There is a clear connection between the improper functionality of Agtech and its consequences over three main groups of national security, national resources, and product quality. Also, the breakdown shows how abusing the system can be dangerous even for wildlife. For instance, last year, hackers broke into the computer system of the facility that treats water for about 15,000 people near Tampa, Florida, and south to add a dangerous level of additives to the water supply. And then in July, President Joe Biden signed a national security memorandum. This is a report has been published and written by both. Another case was not about the software, but the hardware firmware. The study argued that the problem is particularly salient since the firmware used in many internet-connected devices was developed without taking into consideration of the expertise and best security practices gained over the past several years by programmers in this area and other areas. We can get another example about the how harmful overusing the pesticides in agriculture sector. About the pesticides, Rajmohan argued that pesticides destroy both the human race and the soil ecology. Now, the point is to think and find an answer to the coming question and find a solution for them. What are possible ways to use or create a broad, secure, and stable communication infrastructure for Agtech in Australia? How can we ensure about the security of all Agtech sensors, drones, and other hardware devices, and would they not be a threat by their firmware? What are the possibilities to protect software from viruses, attacks, and trustability for Australian national security? How can we limit the sensors, drones, and other devices from being spy tools? Do we think of a secure system for pesticides or medicine application by automation? Is the system stable enough to release other stuff in the cycle in terms of future food safety? What are rules and regulations in unexpected situations? Do the monitoring drones and other components safe for wildlife? Do we have a plan to deal with black box in automation and AI systems? To find the answers to those questions and even broader ones and give a solution, I draw the research project plan, and I will use 3 methods to precisely understand black angles, which are investigate in operation equivalent systems, research in escalas for all probable worst scenarios in all aspects of using Agtech, gather data from related system bugs. For instance, when a system in operation and they've got problem for the users and environment and other factors. And then suggest practical solutions to minimize the risk by using a risk assessment table for all findings. For the accuracy of research and consistency of processes, the detailed project management plan has been drawn with the Microsoft project, and the milestones have been set to make sure that the project will be on track during research, and that task relation is clear for future action if any delay has happened, to take corrective action to get back on track. The project plan is based on four main sections, which are initiation, planning, execution, and finally handover and closing phase. To make sure the process is on track, the predecessors and milestones will monitor, but in terms of the budget, considering that the project is in operation as a student case study, there is no budget and resources has been so far. The ethical angle is important in this research, so during all stages of the project, the privacy and confidentiality of data sources will be considered. This research will be independent of financial support from related businesses. The Australian privacy principles and other Australian rules and regulations will apply.